welcome to On This Day in Tudor History with me, Claire Ridgway. Now today I'm taking you back to the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. For On This Day in Tudor History, the 18th of December 1575, 56-year-old historian, Catholic apologist, priest and former Archdeacon of Canterbury, Nicholas Harpsfield, died in London. Harpsfield had been released from the Fleet prison 4 months earlier due to ill health. He and his brother John had been imprisoned since the early 1560s for refusing to swear the oath of supremacy. In Mary I's reign, he'd been involved in the persecutions of Protestants, and martyrologist John Foxe described him as the sorest and of least compassion of all the archdeacons involved. Harpsfield's works included The Life and Death of Sir Thomas More, Knight, sometimes Lord High Chancellor of England, Cranmer's Recantations, Life of Christ, and the Treatise on the Pretended Divorce. Let me give you a few more facts about this Tudor Catholic. Nicholas Harpsfield was born in 1519 in the parish of St Mary Magdalene, Old Fish Street, London. He was the son of Mercer John Harpsfield and the nephew of Doctor of Canon Law Nicholas Harpsfield. Like his uncle before him, Harpsfield studied at Winchester College and then New College, Oxford, where in 1535 he was elected as a fellow. Harpsfield received his Bachelor of Law in 1543, and in 1544 he became Principal of Whitehall in Oxford. It's thought that it was while he was at Oxford that Harpsfield met William Roper, son-in-law of Sir Thomas More, who Harpsfield viewed as a patron of his biography of More. In 1550, during the Protestant reign of King Edward VI, Harpsfield went into exile, studying at the University of Louvain and staying in Louvain with merchant Antonio Bonvisi, who'd been close friends with Sir Thomas More. Members of the More family were also there. Harpsfield finished his biography of More in around 1556-1557. Harpsfield viewed More as a Catholic martyr. Harpsfield returned to England after the accession of the Catholic Mary I, and he was made Archdeacon of Canterbury in March 1554, becoming an agent of Cardinal Reginald Pole, who was still abroad. Just a month later, he was granted the prebend of Harleston in St. Paul's. He was also granted a number of livings. In 1554, he attained his doctorate in law at Oxford and went on to serve as a proctor at the Court of Arches. Also in 1554, he was made Vicar General of London and conducted a visitation of the city, catching about 400 Protestants who were punished with fines and penance. In his own diocese of Canterbury, Harpsfield was more harsh, and those Protestants who were caught were tried for heresy. Martyrologist John Foxe held him responsible for many deaths in the diocese. In October 1558, Harpsfield was made Dean of the Court of Arches and Dean of the Peculiars. On the 30th of October 1558, Cardinal Pole, Archbishop of Canterbury, appointed Harpsfield to conduct a visitation of All Souls College, Oxford. Then, on the 1st of November, he appointed him to the 4th prebend in Canterbury Cathedral. During Mary I's reign, Harpsfield wrote his account of Archbishop Thomas Cranmer's imprisonment, trial and execution, Cranmer's Recantations, although it was published anonymously. He also wrote his treatise on the Pretended Divorce, in which he opposed Henry VIII's great matter, the annulment of his marriage to Catherine of Aragon, and he attacked Cranmer in it. On the 17th of November 1558, both Mary I and Cardinal Pole died, and the Protestant Elizabeth I came to the throne. In February 1559, Harpsfield was accused of inciting the people of Canterbury to sedition and stockpiling arms in the cathedral there. Harpsfield's response was to lead a Catholic procession of the city's citizens, which was answered by a Protestant procession. Then, in August 1559, Harpsfield refused, with other members of the Canterbury chapter, to attend the election of Matthew Parker as Archbishop. Then, during a visitation of the cathedral, he and his brother John refused to subscribe to Elizabeth's injunctions and to the Book of Common Prayer. In punishment, his livings and church offices were taken off him. Harpsfield and his brother John also refused the oath of supremacy and so were imprisoned in the Fleet. There, Harpsfield worked on his book, and it has a massive Latin title, which I can't actually handle, I'm afraid, so I'll just give you the first few words. Dialogi sex contra summi pontificatus. There you go. Which was a rebuttal of the Magdeburg Centuries and martyrologist John Foxe's Acts and Monuments. The Harpsfield brothers remained in prison until August 1574, when they were both released on the grounds of ill health. Nicholas Harpsfield died on this day in Tudor history, the 18th of December 1575. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about a man who'd just been found guilty of high treason and who was then found dead in his cell. Do make sure you're subscribed, just click there, and that you've hit the bell so you don't miss his story. Also on this day in Tudor history, the 18th of December 1555, John Philpot, former Archdeacon of Winchester, was burnt at the stake for heresy at Smithfield. Philpot had done a lot in his 40 years, including studying in Italy, upsetting Bishop Gardiner, and supporting fellow Protestants from his prison cell, and he died a courageous death in the reign of Queen Mary I. Find out more about him in last year's video, and you'll find the link to that in the description. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to leave a comment and please do like this video. Thank you. Bye-bye.